Yes, it's the first time that we've seen curlers represent Australia at the Winter Olympics. It's quite a historic moment. Tala Gill and Dean Hewitt, they've already had 5 matches. They started on Wednesday and unfortunately they got 5 losses. So it hasn't been the best of starts for them, but for the most part, they've been in every single match. 4 of them, they've only lost by 1 stone, and it's been quite compelling viewing. So I think everyone has been getting around the curling, and I know that Tali and Dean are both really passionate about hopefully bringing a new market to curling in Australia.
Yeah, I can see a real future for it here. Where are Australia's medal hopes in these games, though?
So I think we've really got a good chance these games. I mean, looking back to 2002 and 2010, they're our best Winter Olympics in terms of gold medals, where we got 2 each, but I think there's definitely at least 3 or 4 who are very good gold medal chances. We saw Jakara Anthony in the moguls last night in the first qualifying round, who just absolutely blitzed the field. She finished with a score more than 2.5 points her nearest competitor and looks definite to almost get on that podium like she has been for the World Cup season so far. And then you've got quite a few others. You've got obviously aerial skier Laura Peel, who's going to be carrying the flag this evening at the opening ceremony. Then there's a few more that you can throw in there. Scotty James, who recently won an X Games gold medal in the half pipe. And then you can also look at Matt Graham, who, although he didn't have the moguls session he would have liked last night, can still qualify and is still a very good medals chance.
A lot to look out for there. Meanwhile, Jamaica's bobsleigh team has once again qualified. How do you think they'll do?
Look, everyone knows the Jamaican bobsled story from Cool Runnings, that movie with John Candy, and it was just fantastic to see them back again. Like the movie, I think they're going to be very happy just to be there. It's going to be another feel-good story of these Olympic Games, and who knows, they could surprise the world. That's the amazing thing about the Winter Olympics. All results are so unpredictable. Things can go wrong at any time, and while they're probably not a realistic medal chance, anything can happen on the day.
Another feel-good story. There's a German speed skater who's been making headlines. Her 8th Winter Olympics. That's incredible.
Yeah, Claudia Pechstein. It is quite remarkable. And to think that she debuted back in 1992 in Albertville, but really she actually missed 1 games, the 2010 games in Vancouver, due to kind of, they had some weird blood readings from her. There were some drug concerns over there, but she was able to clear her name, but just not in time for those games, unfortunately. So really, she could be on her 9th games. But yeah, she's competing in both the 3,000 metres and the mass start event, which is just going to be remarkable to consider that this is 20 years she's been competing at 30 years that she's been competing at the Winter Olympics when you go back to 1992.
We still have a lot of hope yet, Lachlan, between you and me. So what else can we expect at the opening ceremony tonight, and how many are in the Australian contingent altogether?
So the whole team is 43, but I think we're going to see a reduced number actually marching at the ceremony. We've got it's going to be quite special. It's at the Bird's Nest again, where we saw the Beijing 2008 Summer Games take place, and Chinese film director Zhong He-ho is also going to be directing these games. He becomes the first person to direct the opening ceremony for a summer and winter games. And while I think they're going to be quite reduced in terms of numbers and they're not going to see as many dances and things like that involved, he's promised an unprecedented and innovative opening ceremony. So some of the warm-up makes it looks like there's going to be lots of fireworks, lots of light display, so it should still be an exciting show. And
personally, what events will you be looking forward to the most?
I always love the half pipe. I think it's fantastic to see this superhuman effort, I think, because you just see these people launching their bodies into the air, and it's just remarkable to see what they can do with it. And similar with the snowboard cross, where we've also got Belle Brockhoff, who's a good medal chance. It's just so compelling to watch them throw themselves down the mountain, and it's basically a last one standing. But if I had to pick one other event, maybe not involving Australia, it's got to be the ice hockey. It's always a very enjoyable event at every Winter Olympics.
Really exciting. And finally, there is, of course, the Paralympics to look forward to as well. Many stories of incredible achievements there. What will be some of the highlights when they come around?
So, yeah, the Paralympics are starting on 4th of March, so a month today. And Australia only recently, I believe in the last 24 hours, announced that they're going to be sending a team of 10, and that's going to be highlighted by Ben Tudhope, a para snowboarder who he's been to a couple of games before, but he's just coming off the World Cup circuit and winning a few goals, especially over in Sweden, I think, where he won 2 golds, and I think the 22-year-old is one to watch and a genuine medal chance for the Australian Winter Paralympic team.
We've got some great weeks of watching sport ahead of us. Lachlan McCurdy, thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Yvonne.